Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's story is one you won't forget, easily, because it proves that truth doesn't need power, money, or fame to win. Sometimes, it just needs courage, honesty, and a sharp pair of eyes. It all started on a bright Saturday morning in a city where luxury was almost a language of its own. Shiny cars lined the streets, phones cost more than some people's yearly salaries, and success was measured by how loud your wealth looked. In the middle of this world lived a man everyone admired, or at least pretended to admire. His name was Victor Holle, a self-proclaimed millionaire who loved attention more than anything else. Victor was famous on social media for one thing, above all, his luxury cars. Every week he posted videos leaning against a different high-end vehicle, talking about success, mindset, and how money followed those who believed hard enough. His favorite car was a sleek black supercar that turned heads wherever it went. People whispered about it, photographed it, and dreamed of one day owning something just like it. But a few streets away from that glamorous world lived a teenage girl named Emily. She was the daughter of a local mechanic, a man who had spent his entire life fixing engines, changing oil, and bringing dead cars back to life. Emily grew up in that garage. While other kids played video games, she learned how engines breathed, how metal sounded when something was wrong, and how fake shine couldn't hide real problems. Emily didn't care about luxury cars or influencers. She cared about helping her father after school, handing him tools, and listening to his quiet wisdom. Her father always said, "Cars can lie with paint, but engines never lie." One afternoon, Emily's father sent her to the nearby auto parts store to pick up a delivery. On her way back, she noticed a crowd gathering near a cafe. Phones were raised, people were smiling, and right there in the center was Victor Holle. With his famous black suit, he was recording a video, talking loudly about success, about how anyone could reach his level if they worked hard enough. Emily wasn't impressed. But something caught her attention. As she passed by, her eyes fell on the car, not the shine, not the logo, but the small details most people never noticed. The sound of the engine idling, the alignment of the exhaust, the way the hood sat just slightly off. She slowed down. Her heart skipped a beat. Something was wrong. Emily had seen hundreds of cars like this in her father's garage. She knew what a real engine sounded like, and this one didn't. It wasn't the deep, controlled hum of a high-performance motor. It was ordinary, she told herself to keep walking. Who was she to question a millionaire? Who would listen to a mechanic's daughter? But then Victor revved the engine for the camera. And that was it. Emily stopped. She turned around and looked. Closely, beneath a polished exterior, she noticed mismatched bolts, cheap aftermarket parts, and signs of a body kit placed over a completely different frame. This wasn't a real luxury supercar. It was a fake dot. Her hands started shaking. Not from fear, but from disbelief. Thousands of people admired this man, followed his advice, and believed his story, all built on a lie. The crowd applauded as Victor finished recording. Someone shouted how inspiring he was. Victor smiled, soaking in the praise, before Emily could overthink it. She spoke. "That's not a real luxury car." The crowd went silent. Victor turned slowly, his smile frozen on his face. He looked at Emily like she was an insect that had dared to speak. "Excuse me," he said, forcing a laugh. Emily swallowed hard but didn't back down. "The body's designed to look expansive, but the engine isn't. The exhaust note is wrong. The frame doesn't match the model you claim it is." People began murmuring. Phones shifted direction, now pointing at Emily instead of Victor. Victor laughed. Louder. "Kid, do you even know who you're talking to?" "Yes," Emily said calmly. "Someone pretending." Victor's face tightened. "This car costs more than your entire neighborhood," he snapped. "You should go home." Emily took a deep breath. "My dad is a mechanic. I grew up in a garage. I know cars, and this one is a replica." A man in the crowd stepped closer, curiosity lighting his eyes. "Is that true?" Victor's jaw clenched. "She's lying. Jealous people always try to tear others down." Emily pointed gently at the hood. "Open it!" Victor froze. For a split second, the confident millionaire disappeared, replaced by a man calculating his escape. "I don't need to prove anything to anyone," Victor said quickly. That was all it took. The crowd sensed it. Doubt spread like fire. Phones zoomed. Someone shouted, "If it's real, open the hood." Pressure mounted. Victor's hands trembled as he reached for the latch. Slowly, reluctantly, he lifted the hood. Silence. Then gasps. Inside was an engine that clearly didn't belong in a car of that class. Cheaper components. Mismatched parts. Nothing close to what Victor had claimed online. Whispers turned into shocked voices. "It's fake. He lied. All those videos." Victor stepped back, his face pale. The confidence, the arrogance, the superiority, all gone. In their place was pure panic. Emily didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. She simply stood there, feeling a strange mix of sadness and relief. Victor tried to speak, but the words wouldn't come. His phone buzzed non-stop as comments flooded in. Followers questioned him. Sponsors tagged him. His perfect image crumbled in real time. Finally, Victor looked at Emily. His eyes weren't angry anymore. They were hollow. "Why would you do this?" he asked quietly. Emily answered softly, "Because people deserve the truth." The crowd slowly dispersed, leaving Victor alone with his exposed lie. The black supercar no longer looked powerful. It looked small. Emily walked back to her father's garage and told him everything. He listened quietly, then nodded. "Truth has a sound," he said. "You just helped people hear it." Within days, Victor's videos disappeared. Brands cut ties. His comment sections were filled with questions he couldn't answer. The fake luxury, the fake success, the fake story, all gone. Emily went back to her normal life. School, garage, tools, and grease. But something had changed. People in the neighborhood looked at her differently. With respect, she didn't become famous. She didn't start a channel. She didn't chase attention. She simply told the truth. And sometimes, that says everything. If this story made you think, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. More powerful stories are coming, and you won't want to miss them.